Hello friends, since two lectures we have been learning degree. We have learned the conversion of PD into CD and vice versa. After that we have learned how to convert superlative degree into comparative and into positive. There is another one kind in superlative, that is of one of them. We have also learned how to convert that superlative into comparative and into positive. I had given structure and two examples. Now I take some more examples of one of them. Then I would take all kinds of examples on all methods. Okay? So pay attention. I take some examples of one of them. Now pay attention here. I have written two examples of one of them. Samudragupta was one of the greatest of Indian kings. Take subject and auxiliary as it is. Was. Remove one of the. Convert greatest into greater. Convert greatest into greater. After greater, take than many order. Than many order of Indian kings. Of Indian kings. Samudragupta was greater than many other of Indian kings. It is into CD. Now we have to convert it into PD. Very few take this complement. Indian kings. Very few Indian kings. They auxiliary plural. Whereas greater into great, then again as great as Samudragupta. Samudragupta as subset. It is into PD. Very few Indian kings were as great as Samudragupta. Full stop. We converted into CD and again into PD. Now next sentence. Tourism is one of the fastest growing industries. Take subject and auxiliary. Tourism is. Take subject and auxiliary. Remove one of the. convert fastest into faster. Fastest into faster. After faster, take than many other. Than many or most other. Then growing industries. Tourism is faster than many other growing industries. After that, we have to convert into PD. Start with very few growing industries. Very few growing industries. Take proper auxiliary verb are as fast as tourism. Very few growing industries are as fast as tourism. Okay. Now write down these two examples. Now I take some more examples on all methods. Write down your examples. Write fast. Take these two examples. I take some more examples on all kinds on degree. Now look some more examples on all kinds. Okay, now pay attention here. I have written some examples. A wise enemy is better than a foolish friend. After recognizing the degree, we have to convert it to respective degree. From better than, it is into CD. It is into CD. Okay. From better than, it is into CD. We have to convert it to PD. A wise enemy is S1. A foolish friend is S2. We have to convert into PD. It is positive. We have to convert PD into negative. So take first. A foolish friend is not. Okay. Positive into negative is not. Then take as better into good. Replace than with as. Then wise enemy. It is into PD. A foolish friend is not as good as a wise enemy. A wise enemy is better than a foolish friend. Next sentence. It is easier to preach than to practice. From easier and then it is into CD. It is in negative. We have to convert positive degree into positive. Means affirmative. To preach is S1 and it is S2. You can take it is not. Okay. Positive into negative. As easy. Just 1 minute. I take different. I convert the sentence by different way. First, take to practice. To practice. Okay. Is not. Positive into negative. Then take as easier into easy. Replace than with as to preach. To preach. It is into PD. To practice is not as easy as to preach. It is into positive degree. It is easier to preach than to practice. To practice is not as easy as to preach. I want us to say into PD. Now next sentence. Very few boys are as industrious as Latin. It is into positive degree of superlative. It is into positive of superlative degree. We have to convert it into superlative and into positive. First, take subject Latif. Okay. Then it is singular, so is Latif is the industrious into most industrious. The most industrious. Latif is the most industrious. Sorry. We have taken one of the. Because very few is there. Latif is one of the most industrious. Most industrious boys. Complementary plural. Latif is one of the most industrious boys. It is into yesterday. First subject and auxiliary. Very few, so take one of the industrious into most industrious and the complementary plural as it is. Now we have to convert into PD. Into CD. PD has been given. We have to convert into CD. Take subject and auxiliary as it is. Remove one of the most industrious into compared to more industrious. More industrious. After take than many other. That many other boys. That many other boys. Latif is more industrious than many other boys. Okay. Latif is one of the most industrious boys. Yesterday, Latif is more industrious than many other boys. Siri, very few boys are as industrious as Latif. P. Sometimes you will be given any one's degree of these 3 degrees. Then you have to convert into remaining other 2 degrees. Now the sword is not as mighty as pen. It's very simple. From as mighty as it is into PD. It is into PD. Convert into CD. The sword is S1 and pen is S2. First step S2. Pen is negative into positive. Remove as mighty into mightier. Mighty into mightier. Positive into comparative. Replace as with than. Then the sword. Pen is mightier than the sword. You understood? Take these examples, then I give some more examples for you to solve. Let first then take some examples for you to solve. I give here examples. You take with me. Take first example. take these examples. Okay, now pay attention here. You must have taken these examples, solve these examples with the help of given structures. Here, the topic degree has been completed. We have learned how to convert PD into CD and vice versa, as well as we have learned how to convert SB into CD and into PD. Now, I am going to start new lesson that is also important, the clause. We are going to learn the clause. Okay, so let's first introduce clause. Write just title. First, let's introduce about the clause. What is the meaning of clause? Then we have to learn the kinds of clause. Just pay attention here. Look, if you observe this chain, then you would know what is the clause. Some letters form word, some words form phrases, some phrases form clause, and some clauses form sentence. Okay, you knew this chain. Many letters form words. More than 2 words form phrase, more than 2 phrases form clause, and more than 2 clauses, at least 2 or more than 2 clauses form sentence. It means clause is a part of the given sentence. It means clause is a part of the given sentence. Now look, we understood the clause. Clause is a part of the given sentence. Now some parts express the complete meaning, whereas some parts cannot express the complete meaning. Some parts in the given sentences express complete meaning, whereas some part cannot express complete meaning. On this feature, there are 2 kinds of clauses. On this feature, there are 2 kinds of clauses. First one is main clause. It is also known as principal. It's also known as independent Okay. First is main clause. First kind of clause is main clause. It is also known as principal and also independent clause. Look one simple example. We visited a temple which was very beautiful. We visited a temple which was very beautiful. In this sentence, there are two parts. In this sentence, there are two parts. We visited a temple which was very beautiful. If you read first part, we visited a temple, then it expresses the complete meaning. It expresses the complete meaning. If you read, we visit a temple, we do not feel that there is any incompleteness. There is any incomplete meaning. The sentence is totally complete in meaning. We visited a temple expresses complete sense. So it is main clause. Look now, what is the definition of main clause? What is? If a part of the given sentence expresses the complete meaning, if a part of the given sentence expresses the complete meaning, then it is known as main clause or principal clause. This main clause does not have to depend upon other clause to complete its meaning. This clause does not have to depend upon other clause to complete its meaning, so it is called as main clause. It is called as independent. It does not depend upon other clause to complete its meaning, so it is called as independent clause. Have you understood what is the meaning of main clause? A part which expresses complete meaning, that is called as main clause or principal clause. This part does not have to depend upon other clause, so it is called as independent. So we visited a temple is a main clause. Now other kind of clause, subordinate clause. Look, second. Subordinate clause, also known as dependent. Subordinate also, it is also called as dependent. Now look at the another one, like look this sentence. My ambition is that I should become the singer. In this sentence, there are two parts. My ambition is that I should become the singer. There are two parts. Now, my ambition is, it expresses complete meaning, so it is main clause. It is main clause. That I should become the singer. That I should become a singer. Due to that, we feel that there is something. What is meaning of that? My ambition. My ambition is that I should become the singer. When we read this part, at that time we feel that there is something more in this sentence, in this clause to complete its meaning. We don't feel this sentence totally complete. It is not complete sentence, it does not express the complete meaning. So it is known as subordinate clause. If a part of the given sentence cannot express the complete meaning, then it is called a subordinate clause. This part has to depend upon main clause to complete its meaning, so it is also known as dependent clause. It depends upon the main clause to complete its meaning, so it is known as dependent clause. Okay. Now look, first sentence, which was very beautiful. Which was very beautiful. It cannot express the complete meaning. Due to that subordinated which, we feel that there is something more, which means that temple. Which means that temple. Which was very beautiful. Which means what? That temple. We get the complete sense due to this noun temple, due to this main clause. That second part cannot express the complete meaning. So it is called as subordinate clause. It is called as subordinate clause. It depends upon the main clause to complete its meaning. So it is dependent clause also. Have you understood? The kinds of clauses, one main clause and second subordinate clause. Main clause expresses complete meaning, whereas subordinate clause cannot express the complete meaning. Another one clue is there to identify the subordinate clause. Subordinate clause always and always starts with subordinates. Subordinate clause always and always starts with subordinates such as that, what, where, which, when, if, as soon as, no sooner, hardly had, etc. Subordinate clause always and always starts with subordinates. Keep this point in your mind. Subordinate clause always and always starts with subordinates. Which are subordinates? That, which, what, where, whenever, wherever, as, so that, if, since, although, until. These are the subordinates. As soon as also, no sooner is also. Okay? With such subordinate clause starts. Have you understood the meaning of clause and kinds of clauses, main clause and subordinate clause? Now take information first. Take information. The clause is a part of the given sentence. The clause is a part of the given sentence. The clause is a part of the given sentence. Full stop. Some parts express the complete meaning. Some parts express the complete meaning, whereas some parts cannot express the complete meaning. Cannot express the complete meaning. Cannot express the complete meaning. Full stop. On this feature, comma, the clause has been classified. The clause has been classified into two kinds. The clause has been classified into two kinds. Full stop. Take by black pen first main clause, oblique principal or independent clause. Right at first point, I have to give information about main clause. Take information. If a part of the given sentence, if a part of the given sentence, if a part of the given sentence cannot express the complete meaning, cannot express the complete meaning, can express, remove not, can express the complete meaning, can express the complete meaning, then such clause is known as, main clause. Then such clause is known as main clause. Then such clause is known as main clause. Full stop. Full stop. It is also known as principal clause. It is also known as principal clause. It is also known as principal clause. Full stop. Such clause doesn't need to depend upon, other clause, to complete its meaning. Full stop. So such clause is also called as independent clause. Independent clause. After this information, take this example. After that information, take this example by different colored pen. We visit a temple which was very beautiful. Take just only one example and underline just main clause. Now take second one, subordinate or dependent clause. Second kind, subordinate or dependent clause. I am giving this information. If a part of the given sentence, cannot express the complete meaning, then such part is called as dependent clause. Subordinate clause. Such part is called as subordinate clause. Such part is called as subordinate clause. Full stop. Such part needs to such part needs to depend upon main clause. Such part needs to depend upon the main clause. Depend upon the main clause to complete its meaning. To complete its meaning. So, such clause is also known as dependent clause. So such clause is also known as dependent clause. Okay, after this information, take this example. My ambition is that I should become the singer. My ambition is that I should become the singer. Underline both parts, main clause and subordinate clause. Main clause and subordinate clause. Okay, now below this statement, take one important note. Take one important note by black pen or by different colored pen. Take important note that dash. The subordinate clause is always started. The subordinate clause is always started with the following subordinators. The subordinate clause is always started. The subordinate clause is always started with the following subordinators. With the following subordinators. With the following subordinators. Full stop. I'll take next point. Subordinators. Star mark subordinators dash. Subordinators dash. Write subordinators by putting comma after each word. That, comma, which, what, whom, when, where, whenever, wherever, put comma after each word, whenever, wherever, as, since, if, although, unless, until, so that, so dash that, comma, so, as soon as, comma, no sooner, etc. Take etc. These are the subordinators, and with such subordinators, subordinate clause is started. Okay. Today I have taught you the meaning of clause and the main two kinds of clause. Main clause and subordinate clause. Okay. Now, in next lecture, I will teach the kinds of subordinate clause. The kinds of subordinate clause. So today I stop here. In next lecture, we would learn the kinds of subordinate clause. Okay. Thank you.